What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Corvette Weekly. We are here again right before Corvettes at Carlisle. This is the show you can tune into every Monday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk Corvettes. Doesn't matter what we're talking about. Upcoming Corvettes, speculation, ownership material, just pretty much anything and everything Corvette. So tonight we're here with Amber.
Hey, everybody.
We were going to have David on, but I guess he had something pop up very last second, so he should be on in the chat. David and Brandon will likely be in the chat. We're going to talk a lot tonight about Corvettes at Carlisle. We're going to talk about some ZR1 stuff that has popped up, um, even some of the new colors that have been visible at the National Corvette Museum. So pretty much everything Corvette, as usual. Thanks for tuning in, guys. As usual, I want to let you guys know, as I do every single week, that this live video setup here is sponsored by NCM Insurance. If you check out the link in the description down below, click on that, run through their questions, and on step number 5, make sure you put in that you heard about us from Horsepower Obsessed, and you'll get the best possible rate. A lot of people have saved 50% or more just by running through that questionnaire with NCM Insurance. It's a great way to save some money on your monthly bills. Check it out. Link in the description down below. While you're down there, you're also going to see the ability to win a C8 Corvette Z06. Again, you're going to get extra entries just for clicking on it here on the Horsepower Obsessed YouTube channel. Check out the link in the description down below. Buy yourself some tickets and take a chance at winning a C8 Corvette Z06. And it has a Z07 package. It's all the good stuff. Plus, you're going to get an extra 50% entries, again, because you're doing it on the channel here. So anyway, ultimately, you want to check out that description down below. There's a lot of good links down there that'll save you a bunch of money on a lot of cool stuff. So
That was a lot of talking.
there was a lot of talking. I try to get that like jammed into a couple minute thing and thrown out there in the beginning so you guys know all of the important stuff so we can move on to the news and the hangout material very quickly. Dave Jones, actually, I'm happy to see you in here. I was going to text you because something happened. I don't want to talk too much about it yet. And I need some more of those carbon arrow stickers. I know you gave them to me. I think it was, yeah, it was last Carlisle you gave them to me. But
Nothing bad happened, though.
no, nothing bad. But I need 2 more. So let's start here, guys. Thank you for tuning in again. As usual, I see a lot of the same names in here, and that's awesome. We're going to talk a lot about Corvettes at Carlisle, like I said. So if you guys are going to be at Carlisle, I would love to see you. I'm going to be set up in the booth right beside AWE, right in the midway, which is the installation alley is what it's called. So you'll have all the exhaust companies and anybody doing any installs right through there as well. But I'll be right beside AWE. And odds are very good. Right beside me will be the Chevy booth. So if you're coming to see the ZR1, you got to walk right past my booth. So stop by and say hi before you do. So Kevin Horan, I know he's coming. I can't wait to see you again, Kevin. It's been
Bill Miller will be there too.
Yeah, Bill Miller. Last time I saw both those guys actually was at the NCM Bash. I'm sorry to hear you're not going to make it, Michael McCurry. That's a shame. I was hoping you were going to get.
He was so excited. Him and his wife were going to come this year.
Yeah, I was hoping you were going to get to come.
Well, congratulations on the new grandbaby coming.
Yep. Mean Peterson will be at Carlisle, which is awesome. Stop by the booth, guys. I'm serious. Whenever I say stop by the booth, it's not just a nicety. I've talked about this in the past. Last year, whenever we were setting up for Carlisle, it's not like your neighbor saying, "Oh, if you ever need anything, feel free to ask," and then you don't really like asking because they don't really mean it. I do mean it. I want you to come by the booth, hang out, and just chill. Like bring up a chair, just park yourself right there. I'm totally fine with it. I'd love to have a gigantic gathering around the booth, so please come by and hang out.
Wait till they find out we're going to have our air conditioned booth.
Well, that's
kind of sort of.
I was going to say that's thanks to
Yes.
David, DBM Racing. He's going to be hooking us up with a swamp cooler of sorts. So if it does get hot, because as of right now,
it's not going to be too bad.
The weather, yeah, the weather for Carlisle is actually looking a lot cooler than it has in the past, which is pretty good. So, so far no rain, and it's going to be like 77 or something on Thursday, and then it gets a little warmer Friday and Saturday, but it's still cooler than it has been.
No, Thursday is going to be 76, Friday's 80, and then Saturday will be 84.
Yeah, so Saturday is going to be the hottest day. And usually these temperatures are usually in the low 90s. So it's definitely going to be a little cooler this year, which is fine by me.
I don't enjoy the heat.
Usually Corvettes at Carlisle is the hottest week of the year for some reason. I have no idea why. Let's see. Okay, so Red C8 Z06 will be at Carlisle on Wednesday. I'll be there Wednesday too. Me, Amber, Dana, and I think Brian are all going to be heading up together. There's one other guy that might drive up with us. We'll be there around 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Well,
We better be.
it's always a little bit late.
Yeah, I was going to say, we always leave with good intentions. So we'll say that.
It's usually your fault.
It's never my fault. um, Let's see. Shane. Yeah. So Shane is in the house. It's good. Great to see you in here, Shane.
He said his car sounds different.
His car sounds different. So just for you, for those of you wondering, when you're coming out to Corvettes of Carlisle, what you're going to see at my booth is going to be my car, Shane's car, and Nate's car right in the middle. So we're going to have two Z06s and an E-Ray at the booth. Right behind me is going to be David and Brandon set up with, and they're selling their intakes. And I'm going to show you some pictures of some really awesome intakes that they're selling in a second, because he sent me a really nice, like, Skittle kind of picture where there's all kinds of beautiful colors happening. But
ZR1's not going to be there this year, though.
My ZR1.
We're leaving her behind.
Yeah, it's not going to be there. I didn't have time to prep it, so. Yeah, the weather looks great. A lot of the heat is not really from the cars, it's from the field. So it's just a big grass field, and especially if it does rain at any point and then the sun kind of bakes it, it makes it real humid. So hopefully the rain stays away. So far the weather says it's going to. And if the sun doesn't get too crazy, it's going to be a nice temperature this year, it seems. Did I see that General Lee's not making it to Carlisle this year?
I didn't see anything.
General Lee. Yeah. Omid's in the house.
Omid will probably be there.
I was going to say, Omid, I think you're coming. Glass City Car Nerd's going to be there Friday morning, which is awesome. Jamie, make sure you stop by the booth. Definitely want to talk to you. But
is Perkins going to make it out?
General Lee, no. John Perkins, last I talked to him, he is not coming.
No.
General, let me know if you're not coming. Why? It's like I'm missing a comment here somewhere.
Where did you see that? It's got to be something maybe further.
Okay, so he says, sorry, almost your guys just here. Okay, no medical issues. Okay, hopefully everything's okay, General. If you don't want to talk about it, shoot me a text. Just let me know everything's cool.
Matt Hurley will see you at the Supercar Saturday, he says.
Oh, yeah, so Matt, I'm coming down September 14th at Supercar Saturday, so I definitely want to catch you there. It's on the 14th, just so you know. I'm going to be driving down for that one. Not my Corvette, but I'll be driving.
Matt, tell Lindsay hi.
Yeah, she's got the HPO glass going. It's already half empty. We're only 10 minutes into this thing. It's half empty already.
Who's counting? Gotta have some fun.
Joey B says, Justin Amber wife, I had to cancel some hotel we met last year. Having surgery tomorrow. Man, lots of people having some medical stuff going on. That's a shame. Yeah, so okay, Omid will be there. Awesome, Omid. Stop by the booth. Definitely hang out. I'd love to see the new car as well, so we'll check that out. Professor Corvette says Corvette Weekly special live edition from Carlisle. I'm probably not going to do a live.
We won't be there for next Monday.
We won't be there for a Monday, but usually I do live videos from Carlisle, but I think I'm going to limit it this time to actual videos since we do the weekly live videos. I'm probably not going to do a live from there, but we'll see. I'll let you know anyway. Guys, if you're liking the content so far, we got a lot of Carlisle and a lot of ZR1 stuff to talk about. Smash the thumbs up button. Let us know you're liking the content. Like I said, we like to hit the 100 mark by 8 o'clock. We're at 67 right now. We started really strong. I think we had 26 before we even started the live video. That's really awesome.
Matt Hurley, I'm trying to get down to one of these Supercar Saturdays. It's just work never pans out when he goes.
NBA Live says, Justin, how's the new RSC mods? There's a video coming here really soon,
You don't want to
but
give too much
I
away.
don't want to give too much away. But I mean, if you guys are watching Instagram, RSC kind of spilled the beans on it already. So, but
And if you're going to be Corvettes at Carlisle, you'll see it too.
yeah, you'll see it at Corvettes at Carlisle, but it's super, super, super duper high quality carbon fiber that they make. So, anything that you put on your C8 Corvette from RSC, you can basically rest assured that it is OEM quality, if not better. Oh man,
Oh, 10-second Z06. Come on.
yeah,
Come. You have to come to Corvettes at Carlisle.
that sucks, man. Everybody's hurt. I don't get it. Yeah, I thought I'd see you there for sure, just because of the new car and everything. But Chili Pepper says, give us one live showing the ZR1s. I'm going to give you a ton of videos showing the ZR1, so I don't know if you'll need a live for that. My biggest issue with live videos at Carlisle is it's so hot that my phone overheats. Like the live, whenever you're doing live videos, obviously I have to do it from my phone whenever we're mobile. And the phone gets so hot that it starts to overheat. And then it either will shut the live off completely or it will drop the quality to the point where you can't even tell what it is I'm showing you. So it just makes more sense to film them and upload them. And I'm going to try to just do it in a way where it requires no editing. I can just upload it straight from my phone. And that way it's out as fast as possible.
I know why your live videos overheat. You don't have your phone in a gimbal.
Right.
That's why. That's a small, easy fix we could have.
Shane says we got 71 thumbs ups right now, but G Smith says we got 136, actually 141 watching right now, and only 73 thumbs ups. What's going on, guys?
Come on, Shane, get on them.
Yeah, look at that. He's gonna hunt you guys down. He's back. He's back.
Hey, Shane, make sure for dinner this week we at least put 2 or 3 out of the 4 Mexican nights.
I don't know if there is any Mexican places out that way.
No?
Yeah.
We at least need to do a steakhouse. Who's up for a steakhouse? Woo woo, I am. You need a chicken breast, huh?
Wheeler O'Hara, that's a great question, actually. He says, what's the opinion on the CF carbon fiber pieces that stick on over the leather? Terrible. Do they stay or do they move?
I never heard of that.
I don't think I'd feel comfortable doing that for a couple different reasons. Number one, I feel like they would have to move a little bit at least. But number two, you're gonna damage the leather to the point where if you pull that off at any point, it's probably gonna be an issue.
Hey Paul, we're doing the TRX and the Z06.
Yeah, so my TRX will be there and my C8 Z06. Obviously, the TRX is not a Corvette, but it helps carry all the Corvette stuff, so it'll be there.
The ZR1 might be a thing of the past since he doesn't really want to put any more miles on it. What last year you trailered?
It's not a thing of the past. I just
You think you're gonna take it again sometime?
Yeah, I just didn't have time to get it ready this year. It's dirty.
It's just too much lugging all that. One year we had 3 of them there in a truck.
Yep.
That was tough. That's real tough.
Tech Speed says, "Hey Justin and Amber, see you in a couple days." Awesome, man. We'll see you there.
See you there, Tech Speed. I don't think I ever met Tech Speed. Have you?
I believe I did. Yes.
You did?
Shane, the thumbs up hitman. yeah, he will track you down. 90 thumbs ups currently. That's awesome, guys. Looks like we're gonna hit the goal of 100 by 8 o'clock. Mexican night again. Tell Dana to bring his own sour cream.
This is an inside joke, guys. Sometime we'll have to tell you about the sour cream.
John Perkins says, "Beat me to it, Bill." Yeah, I hope Dana's on here. I sent him a link to this. I hope he's actually on here.
Dana's will probably throw a fist this time, though.
He was gonna stab you with a fork last time. Oh God. Okay, so David says, Justin, did you get the ZR1 stuff I sent you on Instagram recently? I don't think so. What was it? I do my best to respond to every message on there, so I don't recall seeing anything from you though.
You did spend a lot of time in the garage today, though.
I did, yeah. I was in the garage a good bit. Yeah, text me. We exchanged a few emails. I was gonna say I know the name.
Yeah, I don't.
Awesome. Well, text speed, come by the booth. Let's hang out. Literally, I would love to do the live chats that we do, the live videos that we do. I'd love to do this in person. I'd love to have all of you guys there, literally just chatting it up, having a good time, just like we do here, only it's in person.
Oh, they're talking about the turtle. The turtle's been gone for like 2 years.
I don't know if they're talking about mine or not.
No, what happened to the turtle? Are they talking about the live turtle you used to have?
I don't know. Ryan, which turtle are you talking about? 95 thumbs ups currently. That's awesome, guys. Let's hit that. Let's just keep rocking it. We need to hit 200 by 8:30 anyway, so let's just power right through. Paul, are you going to be at Corvettes at Carlisle this year?
It seems like it's going to be a new group we're going to be meeting this year.
As I say, a lot of the old, a lot of the old ones are not coming.
Yeah, they have illness or.
So while we're waiting for some answers here, guys, what I'm going to do is start talking a little bit about the news, because one thing that popped up here that I was really interested in is a thread that popped up on the Mid-Engine Corvette forum talking about what we hope to learn at Corvettes at Carlisle, or of course the NCM, which is right after Corvettes at Carlisle. So anything we learn at Carlisle is going to be kind of reiterated at NCM. Oh wow, yeah, Ryan.
Oh wow, yeah, that turtle unfortunately is like
Yeah.
2 feet under right now. That's sad to say, but there was 2 of them. You had 2 of them.
That's interesting, Ryan. First off, that you've been watching that long, because that was one of my first videos. That was maybe 10 to 15 videos in on my channel. So you've been watching for a long time.
Justin's parents live in the woods, and there's like a lake right by their house, and turtles always seem to hatch in their yard. They always dig up that little spot, usually within a couple feet of where it was the previous year, and have babies.
Yeah.
So his mom always gives him usually a turtle every year. That's crazy that he remembers that.
David says, I sent you some photos and small info I got from my GM being shown. Oh yeah, you know what, David? I did give that. I got that, and I actually relayed that information to Larry Anthony, who lives in California, and he actually was able to talk to somebody out there to verify the car was there, but he had just missed it. So I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. Shane says 97 thumbs ups. Seriously, you don't want us all there, huh? Could be an instant party. That's my point. Let's make it an instant party.
The tent was pretty packed last year. It's maybe next year we might have to have 2 tents.
Yeah.
Because the one tent wasn't enough. And
oh, okay. So Stephen Risha says he can't go due to his dog needing surgery. Do I know anyone that needs a room in the same hotel I'm in Saturday night before I cancel it? So guys, if you guys haven't gotten the hotel room yet, and for Saturday night, you might be able to get the same room or the same hotel that I'm in, because Stephen Risha can't go.
Good luck to your pup. I hope your pup's okay.
Yeah, hopefully everything's good. But guys, if you want to grab his room, let me know, and I will let him know not to cancel it. G Smith, I like totals. Yeah.
Should we tell him what's your turtle look?
No. Robert Brunn says, I heard that the dealers are going to spec the ZR1. Have you heard about that? Robert, they do that every time a new Corvette comes out. They spec some dealerships that are shady, we'll say. They spec the car and then have it sent to their dealership so they can set it on the lot. And then a lot of times those same dealers will run an auction on that car, which is really not great, but unfortunately. 100 thumbs ups currently. That's awesome. Guys, let's keep rocking those thumbs ups. We're going to talk about some ZR1 stuff here in a second.
Red C8 Z06. Unfortunately, Justin doesn't like beer, but we will have water. So
I'm not giving out free beer, but feel free to come by with your beer. Yeah. Ryan says, yeah, sorry, random thought since I'm watching this live and I saw some turtles upon. Yeah. No, Ryan, I appreciate that. That's good to know. That I like to see stuff like that pop up from time to time, because it shows me who the loyal followers are, because that's something that, honestly, when I put that in that video that long ago, I'm pretty sure no one even commented anything about that on that video. So the fact that you even remember that is crazy.
Michael McCurry, I'm surprised you even found a hotel. That's usually, people usually book for the next year when they're leaving.
Yep. Tyler says, Justin, I might take you up on that. I will DM you if so. On the hotel room, you mean? But yeah, send me a DM either way. HPO logo now needs a turtle in it. Maybe we'll make the turtle the mascot.
What about Onyx?
KP, there is at least one C4 ZR1 there every year. So if you come by and you haven't seen it, let me know and I'll show you where it's at.
That's that guy that has the collectors, right? That
Yep.
does that Christian worship ministry or something. Yeah.
Wheeler, This is going to turn into a thing. I know it. People are going to come by my booth and actually think I have free beer. I will not have free beer. I don't even drink beer. So don't come to my booth thinking you're getting free beer. You can come by my booth and drink your own beer, but you're not going to get any beer from me. Shane says bring him a beer. And he's not joking.
Shane's not joking.
Bring him a beer.
Actually, didn't he have one of your subscribers bring him a case of beer last year?
Yeah.
Shane, that's right, you did.
Oh, Lord. C8 Rally Driver, what's up, man? He says he'll drink the beer. There you go. So
hey, Keith.
You guys can come by and drink all the beer you want. I'm not going to provide it, but if you want to bring it, you can come by and drink it all that you want.
Is Keith coming to Corvettes at Carlisle this year?
He'll be there one day, I believe he said.
One day.
Okay, Tyler. Yeah, let me know ASAP, and I'll let Steven know right off the bat. There it is. I knew it. You guys are just going to keep going with it until someone's going to stop by my booth. At this point, I guarantee it. Someone's going to stop by, and they're going to ask about the free beer with a totally straight face, and I'm gonna have to break the news to them that you guys were all leading them astray.
Well, break the news now, because we.
I already did. I did it 3 times. I can't keep doing it.
Maybe we'll have wine though. A free bear?
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't really offer a free bear either.
Maybe a bear.
All right. Anyway, let's talk about what we expect to see or expect to learn at Carlisle about the ZR1. So for those of you wondering, the C8 Corvette ZR1 is going to be at Corvettes at Carlisle, 100%. It's been confirmed. It's been spotted already. It's already there, actually. There's a bunch of them, too. So if you want to see the C8 ZR1, come out to Corvettes at Carlisle. You will see all of the Corvette ZR1s you can handle. But the things that we are going to learn and the things that we aren't going to learn, I can guarantee you right off the bat, we are not going to learn anything about pricing. There's not going to be any pricing talked about at all at Corvettes at Carlisle. You may hear an engineer or two here and there allow some speculation going on, but they're not going to confirm pricing at Carlisle. It's almost guaranteed that's not going to happen.
John Perkins says Mountain Dew. Show them your, that's all he ever drinks is Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Maybe Mountain Dew.
If someone wants to bring me a free Mountain Dew, I'm down for that. I will absolutely take the Mountain Dew.
Bill Miller, also add sour cream to your list, okay?
Bill, you can bring Mountain Dew, beer, and sour cream. Bring an entire tub of sour cream. That way you can give the whole thing to Dana. And then there's nothing to be angry about.
You guys can share it nicely with no forks involved.
108 thumbs ups currently, guys. We got 170 people watching. Let's try to make those numbers match. It'd be awesome.
They say you have fabulous hair.
I don't know if they're talking about me. They're probably talking about you.
I don't know about either one.
Who said fabulous?
Michael.
Gorgeous. Kevin says gorgeous haircut. If
you need one.
If you're talking about me, I appreciate it.
You actually need a haircut.
Oh yeah, HBO does have fabulous hair. See, Michael, you say stuff like that and then you're not going to come to Carlisle.
Well, I mean, his grandbaby is kind of a little bit more.
I know, but that's such a I need a guy like that by my side that is going to defend my hair choice. Mountain Dew with vodka. Actually, one time, I'm not a big drinker, but one time I had Mountain Dew mixed with Swedish Fish vodka. If you guys remember that back in the day. Best drink combination I've ever had in my life. I was hammered off of it before I even realized that I was drinking too much. No, not really a bourbon guy. Any drink I actually do have, it always contains vodka.
It's a mixed drink usually. What if I bring Pepsi? Sure.
Yeah. You guys bring anything and everything you want. I'm going to have 2 coolers full of ice with some water and Gatorade and stuff like that, but we'll throw some dews in there. Why not? Free turtles. Glass City Car Nerd's going to bring the turtles. Yeah, so Kevin, if you go over the hill at Carlisle, down in the back in the VIP parking apparently is where you're going to see a bunch of ZR1s that the employees and the engineers and everything are driving. So they're going to be kind of lived-in cars, whereas right beside my booth, that's beside AWE, is going to be the Chevy tent where you'll actually see the pretty clean display ZR1s. So you'll have both of them there at the show. Again, guys, for those of you just joining, if you want to come out at Carlisle and hang out for a minute, I will be in the midway right beside AWE Exhaust. It's going to be in the installation alley. So right pretty much the first or second row down into the midway. I'll be right beside AWE, right off the main road that goes through there, right beside the Chevy booth. You really can't miss it. I'll have my HPO stuff up all over the place. I'm gonna have two Z06s and an E-Ray at my booth. So be sure to stop by and check them out. They're gonna be two really cool cars. They are three really cool cars, and they're all gonna sound really good because they're all gonna have AWE exhausts on them.
Shane, we're usually maxed out. I don't know if it ever gets to that point that we have to bring two tents or canopies. I don't know how we're gonna pull that off.
Dana's bringing a little one this year. It's like 6x6, I think it is. It's a smaller pop-up tent, but it's going to help a little bit with shade. If we find out this year that it's not enough, we'll have two 10x10s next year.
We need more seating.
John, you're going to see it on my channel. I know it's not in person, but I'm going to have more videos than you're going to be able to stomach of the car. So keep an eye on the channel. But anyway, let's get through this list here. I really wanted to talk about what we can expect and what we can't expect. So we already talked a little bit about what we're not going to see, which is going to be the price. Odds are very good we're not going to get any pricing.
3 more minutes to get those thumbs up for 8 o'clock too. So
we already hit the 100. We're at one.
We already
116 right now, but let's get well on the way to 200 for 8:30. That'd be awesome.
Brandon's garage is in here. Hey, Brandon.
In for the like, my man. Brandon, we're going to be talking about your guys' intakes here in a second.
What days is Brandon going to be there this year? Do we know?
Yeah, David and Brandon will be there all days. They'll be right behind us.
Brandon, is Beth coming this year?
NBA Live says, Justin, what hotel do engineers park their cars at? It's the hotel we're staying at, which is Mainstays, I think. I can't remember exactly which one it is. It's Mainstays in Carlisle, I believe. G. Smith says, what gate is the best one to go through to see you guys at AWE? If you map to the field, the fairgrounds, it's like 1,000 mile drive or something. It will take you to, I believe it's gate 1 is the one we go through all the time. But whatever gate it takes you to is the best one to go through. It kind of takes you around the top and then pretty much gets you right to the midway area pretty quickly. Yeah, Brandon's working late on the intakes. He was working on mine a second ago. Beth is not coming. Okay. TKO Performance. What's up, Ed? Me and the Miss might go to Carlisle Friday. Holy cow. It'd be awesome to finally meet you. It'd be awesome to finally meet you. Brandon just did a cool comparison on the intakes. I have a really cool picture he sent me that I'm going to show in a second. And yeah, Vet Sweetnoss, I agree. I am not a big fan of the new Lambo. I like the Revolto. I think that car is freaking gorgeous, but the new replacement for the Huracan, it's almost like we've done a 180 on what we can expect domestic and supercar or European cars to look like, because now the domestic cars like the C8 Corvette looks more like an exotic car than ever. And now the replacement for the Technica, which is I don't even know how to say the name, Temario, it doesn't look like anything special. Like it's all flat along the sides, and yeah, it's got some decent power, but I don't know. I don't love it. Now I'm gonna reserve judgment until I actually get to see some in person and wait until they maybe start bringing out some special editions to see if they change some of the stuff up a little bit. But as it sits right now, the pictures I've seen, I don't love it.
Ryan, we were so close this year to 100,000 subs.
Yeah, what am I?
It would have been.
I think 6,000, a little under 6,000 away. It would have been pretty cool. I was hoping to hit 100,000 for Carlisle this year, but I'll definitely be over 100,000 for Carlisle next year.
I bet before the end of the year you'll be over 100,000.
Yeah, 124 thumbs ups currently. Actually, guys, let's keep smashing those thumbs ups. Really helps the channel. Let's see. I'm shocked the Lambo has 3 electric motors. It only makes that hurt. Yeah, and that's honestly the 3 electric motors thing is probably the biggest thing that kind of turns people off. Like if you have a hybrid assist motor, if you're okay with hybrid, just one would be okay, like it is with the E-Ray. That's the best way to do it. I think if you start 3 or 4 motors and they're all different locations, like you're asking for stuff to go wrong. And whenever it does, then you got a car that's pulling weird because it's I don't know. I just don't like it. 2020 Matrix 8, Jeremy, I figured he would chime in on this one. He says he does not like the new Lambo. He's wasted so much time talking and waiting to see this car. The Technica is still the best one. Yeah. So I was a big fan of the Huracan. I love the Aventador as well. The new Revolto, like I said, is really a nice, beautiful car, but The replacement for the Huracan just doesn't do it for me.
When we have to pick what Lambo we want to buy, that's that's like a whole new
Right.
level of problems.
Have a QR code or a sign up to sub on your YouTube. That's a good idea, Tyler. That is a really good idea. Look at you. I never even thought about that. I will do
Didn't you
that.
have a QR code at the back of your business card at one point? I thought.
I got rid of it
Yeah.
because it was real early on. It was like 2018, I think it was. I put a QR code on the back of my business card, and at that time, QR codes just weren't doing anything. But then all of a sudden they came back, and now people actually want to use them again. So, um, anyway, let's talk about the ZR1. I keep getting back into the Carlisle stuff, but what we're gonna see at Carlisle for the ZR1 and what we might learn, I guess, is kind of the way to look at it. Like I said, probably not any pricing. We might get some new information on options, such as whether the Z06's butterfly wing would be an option, and if so, all in conjunction with the dive planes or separately. So what they're referring to here is obviously the wing of the Z06. We've seen the ZR1 test mules with that Z06 wing. Is it actually an option for the ZR1? Is the ZR1 going to ever have the Z06/Z07 high wing as an option? We've seen it on the test mules. Is it really going to happen? And if so, does it still require the dive planes up front? Those kind of questions. Maybe get some more information on like lap times. I doubt we'll hear any Nürburgring lap times, but we might for the Virginia International Raceway. We'll probably get new factoids about the LT7, like little tidbits like, oh, it takes XYZ amount of time to make this particular engine, or it does XYZ amount of time to make this part, stuff like that. Like we heard in the reveal video about how, the turbos create thrust and all this other stuff. We'll hear little factoids about it like that. But even over at the Mid-Engine Corvette forum, they say what we probably will not learn is going to be the MSRP price. I agree. I don't think we're going to see that. When the first allocations would be issued, or when the first vehicles would be arriving, odds are good they haven't even finalized that information yet. Probably not going to hear the top speed, but they've already kind of dropped some information on us about that, talking about the fact that the 212 mile per hour C7 ZR1, that this one is significantly higher than that. So people have speculated it's going to be around 220 to 222 as the top speed, which is really, that's an incredible number. But at the same time, you got to remember this car has 1,000 horsepower. Like, it is going to be able to go well past 200 miles an hour. Yeah, he says no Nürburgring time. Probably not going to talk much about the fuel economy, specific production amounts, other than the fact that Taj said that they will not limit them. Again, I've had this question come up a lot where people were asking me about the ZR1 being limited, or purposely put it like 1,000 units a year, which is what a lot of people speculated to begin with. Taj said that that's not going to be the case. Now, there's only one reason he would say that they're not going to limit them, and it's because the price point of this car is already going to limit the amount of people who buy it. So they're not going to limit it, but the person's buying it will, because I have a feeling this car is going to be pretty expensive. And if that's the case, the price point will limit the sales. So they won't have to. So what do you guys think? What do you think we're going to see or hear, or definitely see or not hear at Carlisle? There's always a little bit of information that comes out at Carlisle about these new cars, something that, something will be said that wasn't talked about before, but I'm curious what you guys think about it. Let's see. 130, that's pretty good, guys. Got 133 thumbs ups currently. Let's keep rocking with that. We got 25 more minutes to hit 200. Yeah, Bill says I saw 220 on those GM videos. There's nothing been official yet, but a lot of people have speculated 220 for a while. I think it's going to be in excess of 220. KP says, do you think the top speed will be governed on the C8 ZR1? I think it's going to have to be. Honestly, I think at some point they run out of tire, and that's the big problem. Is you can't let that car go faster than the stock tires will allow you to go without shredding them. And there's not a lot of tires out there that will handle a lot over 200 miles an hour.
People are thinking 300,000 for this ZR1.
I'm thinking MSRP is going to be just a hair below 200 starting price. And if that's the case, after you check some boxes, you're pretty close to 300 if you check all those boxes.
Was the C7 ZR1 was at 141?
131.
Well, it
Well,
was
yeah,
stickered at
yeah,
141.
142.
I actually gave you a deal on that one.
It was 142. I got 11 off.
So that's just seems like $60,000, $70,000 more starting price, only a 1 year difference or one model difference.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Supercharged E-Ray says Corvette today saying price next year, like February, March. Keep in mind all these cars are pre-production. Yeah, it is possible. It's possible we don't hear the price on this car for quite some time. One thing to keep in mind is I think it was Tad said that one of the biggest reasons why they revealed this car so early was because they needed the car out of the camo wrap to finish testing. So the top speeds, the cooling, everything that they're testing right now couldn't be continued with the camo wrap on it. That tells me that they're not necessarily that far into testing this car. There's still a lot to test, still a lot to talk about, still a lot to change. If that's the case, they can't really give us a price yet. They don't know what's going to change. They can't really give us a top speed yet. They don't really know what's going to change. They can't really tell us how many they're going to make because they don't know what they're going to have to change that could possibly limit production to some degree. All kinds of stuff.
149 base, 205 loaded, Michael McCurry says. That would be not bad.
That would not be bad.
When
but
did we start saying like
the,
that would
the
not
problem
be
with that statement is you can hit almost 200 grand on a loaded Z06. So I don't see how a loaded ZR1 is only going to be 5 to 10 grand more. I think if they had brought out the ZR1 in the original form we were talking 850 horsepower, I think it would have been somewhere around that price, 149 to 159 start. Given the 1,000 horsepower, I think they bumped the price. I think we're going to be closer to 200,000. 227 miles per hour without the governor. The governor imposes legislation against speeds that fast. Okay. It's very possible. I think we're in the 220 range for sure. But there is going to be a point where they're going to have to cut the power for tire purposes. DBM David's in the house.
Hey, David.
Good evening, HPO family, he says. Thank you. Good evening. 140 thumbs up currently. 141, 142 now. Let's keep rolling, guys.
David and Brandon staying at our hotel?
No, they're staying nearby though.
Okay. Who is staying with us this year? We had 6 rooms last year. What?
Yeah, there's a couple people
Bill
in our same room.
Will Bill be at our?
I don't think so.
He was at our hotel last year.
No, he was that was at the Bash, I think.
Oh, the Bash.
So anyway, guys, what information do you think we might get at Corvettes at Carlisle about the car that we don't know now? Somebody said that they think we might get some information about the Zora. That's possible. We might. I wouldn't hold my breath on that one though. I don't think we will get much about the Zora for at least 6 more months or so.
Is DBM staying at our hotel? No. Shane.
Yeah. What is the speed rating on the Pilot Sport 4S tires? I think it's some Pilot Sport 4S speed rating 186 plus miles an hour is what it says.
Oh, you've never went that fast.
Yeah, right. That's interesting though, because that's put on a car that has actually a 195 mile an hour top speed. So technically, the Sport 4S's are not great to have on a Z06. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, check for vertical radiators. We would definitely do so, especially on those cars parked in the VIP parking in the back. That's where you'll find that kind of stuff. And it wouldn't surprise me if one of them is in there. But they're not going to give us any information on that car. It'll just randomly be there with no information. Yeah, gas guzzler tax is likely to be 3,000 plus. with that big wing on the ZTK version, especially, I would say at least $3,500. Let me see. What else we got here? So one other thing I wanted to mention really quick, the Corvette blogger actually just put this out, and it is a video taken of the 2025 ZR1 convertible with the ZTK wing. So we have not seen the convertible in ZTK form yet until now. So now we're seeing a convertible with a ZTK wing. So if you guys were interested in getting a ZR1, but you wanted the convertible and you weren't sure if it's going to have the ZTK option, now we know. It is literally being tested out there as we speak with the wing. So pretty cool to see that. If you guys haven't seen that yet, it's over on the Corvette blogger, but all you really need to do is see those pictures to know it's legit. It's being tested. Other thing is, at the NCM, we had Jeremy Welburn. If you haven't met him before, he was at the NCM Bash this past year. He took a bunch of pictures of the, actually, this is the thumbnail of this live video right here. He gave me permission to use it because super awesome picture. It really clearly shows that big change in the hood for the ZR1. The new edge blue wheels, which are 100% not my thing, but if you like that look, that's going to be definitely a way to make sure people know you are in a ZR1.
ZR1 is like their signature thing is that blue.
It's blue, yeah.
Oh, those emblems on yours was blue until you changed it to red.
But really cool because it has the edge blue wheels and also the edge blue seatbelt. So even the interior has the blue stitching, blue seatbelts, blue wheels, blue stripes, but otherwise black exterior. And
oh, there's blue stitching too. Did you say that?
Yeah,
that looks good.
It does look good. Level 2 carbon fiber in there. It's a real nice contrast with the black and the blue stitching.
Did you say there won't be a level 2? It's just going to be a 1 and a 3 for the interior?
One LZ and 3 LZ, yeah. Right here is a nice picture, nice shot of the interior. The only interior change between the Z06 and the ZR1 is just more stitching on that door panel. If you guys haven't seen that before, it's interesting, but honestly, it's in my opinion, it's getting to be too much. Like every new model just adds another couple of lines until there's nothing but stitching throughout that entire panel. I don't know. Yeah. So C8 Rally Driver says, what are all the differences between the ZTK and non-ZTK? Some of the ZTK don't have the higher hood wicker. So none of the non-ZTK cars should have the high hood wicker. That is a ZTK package option. So with the ZTK package, you're going to get the front splitter. Well, the front splitter is on all of them, but you're going to get the splitter, the dive planes, and the big wing, and also that larger hood wicker for the hood vent. So the non-ZTK cars will have a hood vent, but will not have that hood wicker, and will have a front splitter, side skirts, and a spoiler just like the Z06 does, but no dive planes, and no big wing. So from what one of the engineers was saying in the video, in one of the videos I was watching, is that the non-ZTK car is going to ride pretty soft, more like the E-Ray. So the E-Ray rides softer than the Z06, but stiffer than the Stingray. The ZR1 non-ZTK is going to ride something like that. The ZTK car is going to ride a little firmer than that, but not as firm as the Z07 package Z06. So and I think this is actually a mistake personally, but they're limiting the roughness of the drive because they can make up the time differences on the track with more power. I think this is a mistake on GM's end, but they're ultimately wanting the car to ride a little bit softer and make up the differences in the handling with more power. I personally would prefer the better handling car, even if it does come at the sacrifice of comfort in the suspension, but that's just me personally. Now, this is something that was said by an engineer on the videos, the release videos, so this is not just making stuff up or speculation. Yeah, Mark Cutsey says, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. He says he definitely loves the the 3LZ door panel stitching on the Z06 over the ZR1. And I agree. I think the ZR1's starting to get a little too messy. Like, if there was a model above the ZR1, which there may be, is there going to be even more stitching on that? Like, at what point is it just completely a stitched door panel? So red C8 Z06, actually the C8 ZR1 does not have a front release button. And that was in the title of the live video here, is that the only thing that the C8 ZR1 is missing, literally missing, and it's not because they forgot to put it in, it's because they did not put it in, they chose not to. Over the Stingray, the Z06, and the E-Ray, the ZR1 will not have an external front release button. The one that's underneath the driver's side headlight, that button is not there anymore because there's no reason to get into the frunk easily. There'd be no reason to ever open that because there's no storage available in there. The frunk is completely taken up by the intercoolers for the turbos, as well as the pass-through for aerodynamic purposes. There's no frunk, so there's no reason to have that button there. So they axed the button completely. They also cut out the soft close option on the frunk because, again, you're never in and out of there for any purpose, so there's no point in adding the extra weight to the car for a soft close frunk option. So those two parts are not on the ZR1 at all. And that was a conscious decision by GM, that not just something they forgot to put on. Some of the ZTK are missing parts then, like the hood wickers, I guess. Yeah, so they are. So one of the things that we did notice not too long ago is Tony Roma driving around a red mist C8 Corvette ZR1 that does not have the split window in the rear, even though it is a coupe. Everything else about it, it's a ZTK ZR1 car, but it does not have that split window option in the back. So if you see some of these cars running around that look like they're missing options, this is why. Between missing options being early production models and literally taking things off that have either broken or they want to see how the car reacts without it, you're going to see this a lot. But they said in the actual release videos that the ZR1 hood wicker is bigger on the ZTK packaged car. So if you see one without it, someone took it off. Do you think the ZR1 would have had the same electric motor as the E-Ray? No, I don't think that was ever going to be a thing. I think the ZR1 was always going to be all motor. It was never going to go with the electric motor setup. I think that the Zora might do that, but I think the ZR1 was always going to be all engine. Yeah. Yeah, John, I said that just a second ago too. Yeah. Kevin Horan, did Kevin ask that?
Yeah, they wanted to know what type of parts DBM was putting on his car.
Oh yeah.
Kevin asked it.
I literally just finished putting some of the C8 Rally Driver parts on my car just a little bit ago.
In the garage all day today.
That's what I was in the garage. So yeah, the C8 Rally Driver stuff is really awesome. Really customizable, which is a great thing for someone like me. If you're like me and you like to customize your car, the C8 Rally Driver parts will really let you do that because they are officially licensed by GM. So you can put Corvette flags or Z06 logos if you want, or you can put random weird stuff like horsepower obsessed on your parts, because that's what I did. And you could do it too. I allow it. I'll send you the logo if you want to put it on your car. Let's see. Mark Cutsy says, because the front hood wicker is already on constraint. Sorry. 158 thumbs ups currently. I'm behind a little bit. We got 203 people watching and 160 thumbs ups, guys. Let's smash the thumbs up if we can. Mark says, hey, Justin, hypothetically, if the price was right for you and you had the option to choose, if you got a ZR1, would you do the ZTK wing or Z07 wing? I know you said the ZTK looked too big. So, yes and no. I'm going to answer this question in a two-part thing, because one of the things we're hoping to learn at Carlisle is whether or not the Z07 wing is an option for the ZR1, because we've seen it in testing phases, but GM has not officially said whether or not that wing is going to be an option on the ZR1 or not. And if it's not, then I would definitely go with the ZTK wing because I think the small normal Z06 wing that's not for me. I want a wing. I don't want just a little spoiler. So if the Z07 wing was an option, I would consider it. The ZTK wing does look really large. It looks massive. And I'm still not 100% in love with it, but I'm hoping seeing it at Carlisle will change my mind. If it doesn't, then I would go with the Z07 wing if it's an option. Professor Corvette says that it took him forever to get back and forth to the supermarket today in his Z06. He definitely needs the ZR1. I love this. I love this because this really clearly sums up exactly what a lot of car guys are thinking. Like we're all thinking, oh, we need the ZR1. No, you don't. You don't need 1,000 horsepower to drive back and forth to the supermarket. But just because you don't need it doesn't mean you don't want it. Yeah, so we got 205 people watching, 170 thumbs ups. Smash the thumbs up, guys. It really helps the channel a lot. I really do too. 10-second eclipse says 10-second eclipse, God. 10-second Z06. I'm never gonna be able to forget your name. He loves the Z07 wing. It is really it's a thing of beauty. It really is. So anyway, these are some of the pictures from the bash here, guys, showing the really nice black exterior with that edge blue accents. But other things that I want to talk about today is the fact that also at the bash over the week, or at the National Corvette Museum over the weekend, there was a Hysteria purple E-Ray. And what's interesting is if you look at this color under certain lights, that picture right there is pretty purple. But I believe it was in this, yeah, right here. This is the same car. And that one almost doesn't look purple at all. That one looks blue. But I mean, look at the difference between this and that. Like that looks way more purple. That looks way more blue. And those are the same exact cars, just in a slightly different angle with a little bit more light.
John Perkins said he might be there Saturday. He has to work Friday.
Oh,
John Perkins, are you talking about Corvettes at Carlisle that you have to work Friday, but you might be there Saturday?
I think he's talking about the NCM
Uh,
cruise thing.
uh,
But yeah, John Perkins, let us know if you're thinking about possibly coming to Carlisle. That'd be awesome. Ryan, I can justify that need, yeah, but only to a certain point. The price is the big thing like I'm hanging up on it right at this point, because if it comes out and it does start at anywhere near 200, I'm out. It's too much money. 174 thumbs ups currently, guys. We got 205 people watching. I think we can hit that 200 mark in the next 6 months. Let's do it. Next 6 minutes. Smash the thumbs up. Yep, safe purple. There it is. Hanging with Shane. He knows it. It's safe purple. GM did not want to go too crazy with it. I mean, again, just look at this. This is the same color. These two cars are the same color, and they don't look anything like the same color. Talking with Carol now. Awesome. John, if you do decide to come, let me know. I think that'd be really cool. Yeah. Blarple. 175. And guys, again, the purple little button there in the comment pinned on the screen, that's the purple we should have got. That purple would have looked awesome on that car. So let's see what else we got. So yeah, we already talked a little bit about what part the ZR1 is missing. It is, and there's actually a picture here you can see underneath that front, where the front headlight is, the button's missing. It's literally, there's still a cutout for it, but there's no button there. So yeah, you will not get a front release or the soft close on the ZR1 because there's really no reason to be in that area. It's just kind of there at this point for that cooling and pass through. Let's see. 177. Yeah, guys, come on. We got 23 more. I think we can do it. I agree, Rattle Trap. I really don't see it being less than 200 either. I think based on the fact that you can build a C8 Z06 right now and option it out and hit almost 200 with it, I don't see how the ZR1 would be less than that to start. Yeah, so Mark says, at least most of us can agree competition yellow is a good call for the Corvette. I mean, their race car signature cars are yellow. The competition yellow next to accelerate yellow is an absolute incredible stark difference. I mean, the competition yellow makes accelerate yellow look like it's pale in comparison. How did Taj open the frunk? So as far as I could tell, there's still a button on the remote to open the frunk, and there's still going to be a button inside the car to open the frunk, just not from the front access point under the headlight. 180, guys. We got 20 more to go in the next. Actually, we got about 5 minutes. That'd be really cool if we could smash the thumbs up button, guys. We got 205 people watching. We should easily be able to hit 200. Since the ZR1 didn't use the E-Ray electric motors, that means we will get a Zora. With that said, do you think the Zora will run E like the Demon? No. So the Zora at this point is very likely to be the ZR1 engine, which the ZR1 engine already is running on 93, not E. And the hybrid motor from the E-Ray up front is what the current rumor is. So if that's the case, it would use the same exact gas that the ZR1 does, because the only difference in power is provided by an electric motor in the front. Oh, I got to show the pictures of the intakes, guys. So at Corvettes at Carlisle, if you guys are coming to Corvettes at Carlisle again, my booth will be right beside AWE, which will be right beside the Chevrolet booth where the ZR1's being displayed. Right behind me is David from DVM Racing and Brandon from Brandon's Garage. They are selling custom painted Z06 intakes. I will be getting one of these installed at Corvettes at Carlisle, so you guys should come by and check that out. But just to show you a little bit of their picture, a little bit of their quality, Brandon sent me some pictures. Check these out. So this is the Z06 intake painted custom Riptide blue. Big, big, big props to them for the quality of paint on these things. It's better than GM's. So for those of you out there who have the Edge Red intake like I do on my Z06, if you get down and really look at it, it's not painted very well. And that's from factory. Like, there's little nooks and crannies that look like they didn't get enough paint. David and Brandon are both making sure to fix that here. So basically, what this is going to do for you is whatever color you decide to get it painted, it's going to look better than the quality of paint that GM's using. So this is Riptide Blue. Now, this next picture is what really blows my mind. Are you guys ready for this? It's like a set of Skittles, because there's all kinds of different colors sitting right beside each other. Look at these. So we got Amplify Orange on the left, Torch Red in the middle, looks like Edge Red beside it, and then Rapid Blue beside that. Look at how nicely painted those are, though. They're painted, they're clear coated, they just look perfect. And again, if you have the Edge Red from factory, go look at your intake compared to these ones on the screen, because the one that you have is painted very poorly in comparison, number one, but number two, it's not clear coated either. So it's like a flat surface. This is clear coated, gives it a real nice punchy look. It's going to look awesome. I'm getting one installed in my car at Carlisle, so come check that out. The installation process, from what I've been told, is not horrible. They're going to do it for me at the show, though, so definitely check it out. This is the way to go if you have a Z06. If you have any color that doesn't match Edge Red, like if you don't have Edge Red calipers or Edge Red somewhere on the car that's going to, or even Red Mist. If your car's Red Mist, the Edge Red would be fine with that. But if you want something custom, and Brandon's on his car is actually Edge Yellow. It's either Edge Yellow, I think it's Edge Yellow, to match his Edge Yellow calipers on his Rapid Blue car. That looks incredible as well. So again, they're going to be in a booth right behind me at Corvettes at Carlisle, so come check them out. And also, yeah, hit that thumbs up button apparently. Where are we at with that? 184. We're 16 away, guys. HPO pit crew on the scene at Carlisle. Absolutely, guys. We will all be there. Come say hi to me, Brandon, David, Amber, Dana, Shane. All these guys are going to be at the booth for sure. So I'd like to see all of you there. And like I said, come out, hang out. Um, Devarius says, any idea what the gas guzzler tax will be on the ZR1? I would say it's going to be 3,500 plus if you get the ZTK package, especially. 10-second Z06. I almost said Eclipse again. Justin, wait till you see my edge yellow stripes. Yeah, I bet that does look good.
Is he going to Corvettes or Carlisle?
That's the thing. You gotta come to Carlisle for me to see him, man.
Oh, he's not coming?
I know you said you hurt your back, but I mean, I can,
Oh, that's right.
between me and David, we can carry you in and out of your car if we have to.
We could just put him on the back of the TRX and take him back to his hotel. I'll drive his car back.
Yeah, Amber will take care of
Neglect
your
your
car. She'll take care of
I'll
your
help
car.
you out.
Yeah, Professor Corvette says the Zora electric motor might require special high octane electrons. Oh man. Yeah, G Smith, we'll see you there. Tech speed, even if you do have Edge Red, I'm telling you now. David has Edge Red on his car now after they painted it. His Edge Red looks light years better than the Edge Red from GM, just because it's painted better and it's clear coated. So if you already have Edge Red, check out the Edge Red ones from David as well. David and Brandon painting them, but David has one on his car. What good C6 vendors will be there? There's a good bit of vendors across the board for the Corvette. So a lot of the stuff now has been kind of aiming more towards the C8 crowd because it seems like people with C8s are more likely to mod them than any other generation. But there are people there that do C6, C7, C5 mods. You just have to come out and check them out. But I know off the top of my head, like RPI does C7, C6 stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the Zora is very likely to be over 4,000 pounds based on where the ZR1's at. The ZR1's already 100, almost 180 pounds, almost 180 pounds heavier than the Z06. But all right, where are we at with thumbs ups, guys? 186. I think we're gonna have to set it up there. But again, I just want to reiterate for those of you still in here, Corvettes of Carlisle, we are going to be there around 2:30, 3 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. Yes, we will be there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and maybe even Sunday afternoon doing some video recording. But definitely come by the booth. I'll be right beside AWE, which is the exhaust company, AWE, right in the midway, right in the installation alley. And I'll be right beside the Chevy booth as well. So if you come to check out the ZR1, you're going to have to walk right past my booth, stop by and say hi first. I'm going to have new shirts, new t-shirts, a bunch of parts from Paragon Performance on hand to sell. I'm going to have Forge Light. The guys from Forge Light will be in the booth as well, showing some of their wheels. If you guys want to buy anything, you can actually buy a set of wheels right from the Forge Light guy and get entered to win a free set of wheels. So if you purchase a free Forge Light wheel and you end up being the one that wins, you'll get your purchase refunded. So Forge Light will be in my booth. We will have Paragon Performance parts in the booth. We'll have new shirts and some of the shirts that I have on hand otherwise. We'll have key tags. What else?
Maybe bow ties.
Yeah,
both. I'm not 100% sure.
We're going to have all kinds of stuff at the booth for purchase as well. Plus, just come hang out. It's going to be an awesome, awesome time this year. Super 8, no, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anybody doing the barbecue stuff, but ARPM says he's been mowing and listening tonight, but he got hit with 9 different ads. Hanging with Shane says, anybody looking to buy black exhaust tips for the C8 Corvette Z06, the factory black exhaust tips, his are for sale. I actually will have mine for sale too. So if anybody if we get bombarded with 2 or 3 people that need them, we'll have a couple sets on hand if you guys want to buy any of those. So
I wonder why Shane's are for sale.
Yeah, I wonder. Yes. Yeah, beer.
No more beer.
Yeah. Lots of ads. All right. Well, guys, me and Pearson, we'll see you at Carlisle. We'll see all of you at Carlisle. There is no charge for autographs, Professor Corvette. I do not do anything weird like that. That's definitely over the top. But yes, it is. Bring your own. If you want to bring it,
that is right.
You feel free to drink it.
BYOB.
But anyway, guys, I will see you at Corvettes at Carlisle. come check out the ZR1. Come say hi. Buy a new shirt. You know, support the channel. I appreciate everything you guys do. So thank you again. We'll see you guys at Carlisle. Amber will be there. So come say hi to her if nothing else. Yeah, we'll see you guys next Monday night, same time, same place.
See ya.